Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Hello, PWA fans. Aaron Hurt here. Happy to be bringing you another edition of PWA Wrestling 2019 in full swing, and we've got a big lineup for tonight's broadcast. 3 big matches. Got tag team action featuring the Bariqua Boys. Going to see the United States Championship defended in our main event, but we're also going to see the finals of a tournament to crown a new #1 contender for the United States Championship. That's what we're going to start things off with, fans. So let's get things rolling right now with PWA Wrestling.
Because this next match is singles action set for 1 fall with a 20-minute time limit, and it is to determine a #1 contender for the PWA United States Championship. Introducing first, at a weight of 430 pounds, from Scandinavia, Bjorn!
That's right, we've got from Scandinavia the big man Bjorn, and right now you've got me. I am the franchise player Chris Pruitt, and I am happy to join you here, PWA Wrestling on YouTube, and we have the tournament finals to determine a new #1 contender to the PWA United States Championship. And up first, we've got the Nordic Nightmare Bjorn. This man, I didn't catch what Aaron said, but I believe is in excess of 400 pounds, and if he's not, he's got to be very, very close. In the PWA arena, the fans sit stunned when they see the size of this man, Bjorn, who has run roughshod through the PWA for quite some time now. We've got a packed house here at the PWA Arena. We want to thank all the great fans for coming out and joining us. I'm excited to be back with you again. Maybe we're going to make this a full-time gig. Who knows? If Aaron Hurt can tolerate me, I'll be here.
His opponent weighs in at 222 pounds from right here in Lancaster, Ohio. Welcome once again, the real deal, Kevin Pruitt!
All right, let's put my cards on the table. This is the real reason why I'm here. I'm here to see my boy, the real deal Kevin Pruitt, take on the Nordic Nightmare Bjorn and become the new #1 contender to the PWA United States Championship. Kevin has become one of the most popular fan favorites here in the PWA. And Aaron Hurt, I couldn't think of anything better to do this week, so I wanted to come join you again.
Well, I'm glad to have you here because you will definitely add a lot of insight to this situation, not only because your son is one of the 2 participants in this match, but you were Bjorn's opponent in the first round and came up just a little bit short. I would say that it could have gone either way from the way I saw things, but you will definitely be able to add a lot of context to this situation.
Well, you know, I warned Kevin about Bjorn and about his use of the bone. And listen, Aaron, I don't apologize for what I did. Yeah, I took that bone and I whacked him with it, and I do it again. The fact that it cost me a shot at the United States Championship does not make me happy, but I did what I had to do, and now Kevin, he's going to do what he has to do, and Bjorn better watch out.
Well, I know that not only does he have a little bit of payback in mind for what transpired in the match you just referenced, but he definitely wants a shot at that United States Championship, and that's what's on the line here. And we will see.
Oh, sheer strength, brute strength. I won't take anything away from Bjorn. Bjorn is a monster, massive man.
Well, you know that the 2 men that are in our main event who will be competing for that very United States Championship are keeping a close eye on this, because it's going to be the returning Jimmy Fahrenheit challenging Tommy Forte, and they will have perhaps the, I don't know if you would call it an advantage to know if somebody like Bjorn is waiting for you on the other side of that match, but it certainly is going to have an impact on how those 2 men strategize.
Yeah, in our main event, like you said, we've got Tommy Forte defending the PWA United States Championship against the returning Jimmy Fahrenheit. And you know, when they see the winner of this, it's definitely going to change the way they strategize. You know, whether you're taking on Bjorn or Kevin, those are two entirely different matches.
Absolutely. Oh, big back elbow there from Bjorn.
Oh, he just stopped him. Come on, Kevin, you got to watch out for that.
Able to duck the huge lariat, ducks it a second time, but got caught.
You know, Aaron, it does. Your kids grow up and they move out and they embark on the world. It doesn't make it any easier watching this.
I would imagine that, this is difficult for several reasons. Possibly knowing what kind of hospital bills it may be in the future for your young son after seeing something like that. But he's nowhere near
Forearm smash right
done
to the
fighting.
face. That'll change your game plan in a hurry. You get hit 200 plus pounds, forearm smash right to the face. I don't care how big you are.
Well, and we say, Kevin, throw the wrestling out the window and go to brawling.
You have to. He forces your hand. You have to. You have to play his game or he will swallow you.
Lots of impact on that elbow and a double axe handle smash, but still just gets Bjorn down to a knee.
He's got him down to a knee.
Now heads
to the top.
All the way up to the top.
Took him off his feet. Bjorn is down.
Missile drop kick, pinpoint accuracy.
That's it. One. Oh, not even a 2 count. He's got to hook the leg next time.
Absolutely. You saw Bjorn able to use that upper body strength to power out. But the real deal, Kevin Pruitt, giving him no time to recover. Just not able to get the momentum. Gets reversed. Sternum first.
Right there in the turnbuckle. Kevin's got to get up. He's got to keep moving. He can't just lay there.
The impact of that shot to the corner might have knocked the wind out of him. Oh, goodness. And now
see, the referee needs to step in there and just stop the match.
Absolutely. There should be no 5 count. There should be a disqualification at that point.
Now that's the PWA officials. They need to get with Johnny there and let him see he's doing it again. He's choking him.
The only thing I will say in favor of the referee is the fact that this is a tournament final and the fans want to see a decisive winner.
Well, I appreciate we need to get a winner here, but you know what? If all he's going to do is cheat, then you make Kevin Pruitt the winner. Oh, Kevin smacked him in the face and Bjorn returned it.
It was like a bear paw.
Bjorn is one of the biggest men I've been in the ring with. I've been in with, in my almost 20 years, I've been in the ring with many men, 3, 4, and even 500 pounds, and Bjorn's one of the biggest.
Big suplex there, more of a Beal than anything else.
Just snuck out the back door. Kevin's still going.
You see the intelligence and the wrestling savvy of Bjorn in a situation like that, making the man kick out 3 times in a row.
A lot of people, they don't understand that. They see it and they say, well, if he kicked out the first time, why'd you pin him again? Because you're forcing him to kick out. You're making him exert that energy. And Bjorn's no dummy. He's big, he's strong, and he's intelligent.
That's why he's become one of the most talked about members of the PWA roster.
But he's not fast, and Kevin Pruitt is, and that's why I got my money on Kevin. I think we're going to have a new #1 contender to the U.S. title, and I think his name's going to be Pruitt.
Could very well be right. My, all 430 pounds. And the splash, and that could be it. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and #1 contender for the PWA United States Championship, Bjorn.
I don't even know what to say, Aaron.
Well, a valiant effort by the real deal Kevin Pruitt. Just came up against the bigger, stronger man. He will definitely live to fight another day, but it is Bjorn who moves on and becomes the #1 contender to the United States Championship.
PWA fans, Aaron Hurt here with you. If you like what you are seeing on YouTube, then don't miss the opportunity to see the action live and in person the first Saturday of every month at the PWA Arena, 737 Slocum Avenue in Lancaster. Premier Wrestling Alliance is in action, plus select dates in towns near you. Check out PWAOhio.com for tickets for not just the arena events, but all events. Arena events start at $5. And that's PWAOhio.com for all of your ticket information.
Fans, our event continues with tag team action set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, at a combined weight of 360 pounds, first from the 614 Columbus, Ohio, Jeffrey John, and his partner from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Wild Irish, Riley Rhodes.
Fans, welcome back to the show. You have joined us right here, youtube.com/PWA Ohio. It is your one-stop shop for all of your PWA wrestling needs, and we have got a barn burner of a matchup coming up. Tag team action, and I am very excited to see these next two guys. A lot of people don't like them, but they are very, very good, very talented individuals, and I'm talking about none other than Jeffrey John, about to make his way through the curtain there, and his tag team partner, Riley Rhodes. Riley showing off the muscles there. Jeffrey John. Jeffrey John is FaceTiming or Instagramming or whatever you do on the social media and the Twitter and the web. He is always telling me about all his social media followers. I could care less. I'm more interested in his wrestling ability. Oh, leaped right over the top rope. Riley Rhodes. You know, Jeffrey John fancies himself a bit of a ladies' man. Well, I believe it's a ladies' man. And he thinks that the fans here at the PWA Arena are very lucky for having the opportunity to see him. And to a certain degree, I agree.
Their opponents weigh in tonight at a combined 315 pounds. They represent the island of Puerto Rico. Please welcome Krypton and Jeremy Rodriguez, the Boricua Boys!
Oh, but let me point out a couple fellas that don't care about your Instagram followers. Let me show you a couple guys that don't care about Facebook. And please allow me to point out some guys that won't ever be on your Twitter. And I'm talking about the two men about to make their way to the ring, the Boricua Boys, Jeremy Rodriguez and Krypton. And the PWA Arena is starting to come unglued. Aaron Hurt, we're going to need some insurance, man. We need to, there they are.
I'm definitely going to settle in for this one. This is going to be a fast-paced match, one naturally has to assume, but the four men that are set to face off are four of the most athletic members of the PWA, and you see the response the fans give to these two, Krypton and Jeremy Rodriguez.
I hate to interrupt, but 2018, when you talk about energetic and fast-paced and high-flying, 2018, we saw so many newcomers come in. You know, Jeremy Rodriguez, he's been here since, I believe, 2017. He's still a relative newcomer. Krypton just making his way to the PWA in 2018. Jeffrey John, Riley Rhodes, we've got an influx of so much young, fresh talent in there. It's one is better than the next.
I couldn't agree more, and they are definitely setting new standards, not just here in the PWA, but in independent wrestling as a whole for what they bring to the table, especially in a tag team situation like this. This is going to be fantastic. Jeffrey John, no love lost for either one of his opponents. The first time that he has joined forces with Riley Rhodes. But I think on paper these two make quite the duo. We'll have to see
if you compare just their attitudes alone, these guys should be a phenomenal tag team in Riley Rose and Jeffrey John. But whether it's on paper, on video, or whatever, Jeremy Rodriguez and Krypton, the Boricua boys, they have already proven themselves to be a formidable team. And I think this is going to be a fantastic match. You've got the brash, upstart team of Riley Rose and Jeffrey John, and you've got the Boricua boys. And if nothing else, if they had nothing else, they've got all these fans, and that'll take you far.
Definitely can make the difference. The motivation, the adrenaline rush that these fans can give you is hard to account for. Something that you can't scout on film, that's for sure. And I would say to the point about the attitudes of these two teams, there is no ego in the Boricua boys, whereas you might see a little bit of showboating from their opponents.
You call that the sling blade?
That was a sling blade clothesline, follows it up with some knife edge chops, scoops up.
Oh, raw strength, just muscled him up.
Double stomp.
Man! That'll crush the rib or break your sternum. Making a tag with Krypton. You see, I think, Aaron Hurt, I think we're looking at the future of the PWA when you look at these four young men here. Not one of them, I don't think, has reached their... Jeremy Rodriguez, I think he's reached his 25th birthday. Other than that, I think everyone in this ring is under 25.
And that just tells you how many more years of action like this you can expect from the PWA.
I can't take it, Aaron. I've got the heart problems, I told you. Oh, he's spinning them round and round. Where he lands, oh, nobody knows. Well, Riley knows.
Great lucha libre from the Puerto Rican native Krypton.
Those deep arm drags.
A la Ricky Steamboat, and what height on the drop kick.
Did you see his head snap back? He caught him right on the chin.
Almost enough to win the match right then and there.
Almost enough to set Riley Rose on the sidelines.
But this is where...
What was Krypton doing?
First time I've ever seen that from him. The rivalry with Jeffrey John goes back to both men's debut at Red, White, and Bruise 2018. And to see Krypton still vulnerable to that abuse, somewhat disheartening.
See, he got the arms up, and he's got to get those arms up. When you talk about in our last match, a man like Bjorn, 400 plus pounds, one of the biggest men I've ever seen. Krypton is one of the smallest men. I don't mean that in a negative way, because he has many other attributes, but size is not that. And when he's getting stomped on like that, he's got to get his arms up, cover up.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's just a matter of physics at that point, you know. That's
Jeffrey.
Oh my goodness!
A selfie? Is he? Oh, he's taking a selfie. See, you know, that's the kind of stuff I'm just not a big fan of.
Well, I would have to concur on that regard, because this is about establishing who is the next team to perhaps get a shot at the tag team titles held by Vicious and Delicious, and you're not going to get there worried about your social media, but that German suplex with the bridge.
That was a high German suplex. He landed high on the. You see, there's two ways to take that German suplex. If you actually jump with it a little bit, you can get it to where it's more flat on the back, and it's less of a shock to the system. But yeah, when you take it on the back of the head and the neck like that, that's all bad.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, a permanent career-ending injury could result from a move like that at any given point in a match.
Yeah, 2 count. I don't know how you do this every week. I just don't. I get on the edge of my seat and I get so excited and I just can't stand it. Now see, Jeffrey John, he's doing the same thing Krypton did. Will it have the same consequences? I spoke too soon, Aaron.
Krypton able to take advantage of the momentary distraction.
About to make the...
Oh, but got cut off.
Right in the face. Big boot.
Definitely not going as the way of the team of the Boricua boys, as many of the fans had hoped, at least for this, what's now moving into it has to be the middle stages of this match. We're certainly...
Oh, flapjack right down.
Yeah.
Down on the stomach.
I'm impressed by the teamwork of these two, knowing that this is their first time, and speaking of Rose and John, that they're working this well together, their first time out as a tag team. Senton, running shooting star. Jeremy Rodriguez has spent much of this match as a spectator, much to his chagrin, I'm sure.
Right there, two perfect examples of what I've been talking about not just these two, but the whole lot of them. But Riley Rose and Jeffrey John, just amazing maneuvers, the senton and the running shooting star. They have so much talent and ability.
Yeah,
And we're talking a year in for Jeffrey John and Riley Rose. They've been here for not even 1 year.
it's quite exciting to, among many other things, to think about what the potential.
Krypton firing back. Got some kicks. He needs to go make the tag. Don't follow up. Just go make the tag.
Went for the crossbody but got caught.
Make the tag as soon as you can. Run, my son.
Turns it into a DDT. Great counter.
Or you do that, and then that works also. Jeremy is going crazy on the outside. He is going to run. He's going to dig a hole there on the apron. He wants to get into the ring. He's going to get a rut going there. He wants to get in. The fans are behind him. Can Krypton make the tag?
He's struggling. He's trying to make his way to the corner. As is Rose. Let's see who gets to their
Rose tags.
partner first.
In. Jeremy's in. Steps over the top. Throws him into the corner.
Reverse cutter.
Jeffrey John, I can't believe he's able to bounce back like this. Just picked him straight up.
Drops him down with the backdrop driver. To say Rodriguez is fired up is an understatement.
Amen, Aaron Hurt. Jeremy Rodriguez, big elbow right to the chest. That could do it. Good.
If it were not for the quick intervention of Riley Rose, it would have been over.
Man, this match is so exciting.
Been a back and forth contest.
Seeing these two teams and listening to the crowd get into it. Riley Rose is. What did he?
Oh my!
What did? It looked like Riley Rose just
slid him something. Jeffrey John used it to get the victory. Ladies and gentlemen, your winners, Riley Rose and Jeffrey John.
What in the world was Aaron? Did he just slide? It looked like he slid something to him.
That's what it appeared like to me. I found out we're going to get a replay here very shortly. Maybe we'll get a closer look at what went down. You can perhaps tell me what you see.
That's his cell phone.
He slid it in surreptitiously there.
Look at it, look, right there. Right there it is. There's the cell phone on the floor. And it's just academic at that point, Aaron. 1, 2, 3. Your winners, Jeffrey John, Riley Rose. Now you see Jeremy Rodriguez, the effects of that cell phone. Krypton's trying to get him to come to. He doesn't know where he's at, Aaron.
No, definitely feeling the effects of that shot, but we'll have to leave this scene for the moment because we've got our big main event coming up next. Jimmy Fahrenheit returns to challenge Tommy Forte for the U.S. Championship. Hello, PWA fans. My name is Aaron Hurt, here to tell you all about how you can keep up with PWA online. Just search PWA Ohio on Facebook or on YouTube, or check out PWAOhio.com for all of the latest information about upcoming events, the latest videos and highlights of past events, and interviews with your favorite PWA wrestlers. So make sure that you like and follow all of those pages. That's PWAOhio.com, PWA Ohio on Facebook, and PWA Ohio on YouTube. And follow along with all of us here from Premier Wrestling Alliance, and we hope to see you at the PWA Arena very soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is main event time right here on PWA Wrestling on YouTube, youtube.com/PWA Ohio. We have got in your main event a PWA United States Championship matchup, and right there is your challenger, Mr. Center of the Earth, making his return to the Premier Wrestling Alliance. He's been gone for a few months, Jimmy Fahrenheit, and he has got an opportunity of a lifetime. That was easy for me to say. And he has taken on Tommy Forte for the Premier Wrestling Alliance United States Championship, and the fans are excited to have Jimmy Fahrenheit back in the house. Jimmy Fahrenheit out of action since October. I believe he had some nagging injuries that he had to tend to. And now he's back and ready to make a mark. And what a way to make his way back and become the brand new United States champion. It's one of the titles that has eluded Jimmy in his career here. He's been a PWA heavyweight champion and tag team champion. And now he's looking to add a little bit more gold to the trophy case, so to speak.
And his opponent weighs in tonight at 255 pounds from Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin. He is the reigning and defending PWA United States champion. Please welcome Tommy Forte.
You know, I'm going to have to ask Aaron when he gets back here if Titletown is a real place in Wisconsin or if it's just a play on words. I'm not really for sure. But I'll tell you what's not a play on words, and that's Tommy Forte when they call him one of the best in the business by the sign of the championship title around his waist. That is very evident. Tommy Forte became PWA United States champion back in September, I do believe. Aaron, was it September or am I off the mark?
It was our last appearance in Zanesville, I know that much, and Jimmy Fahrenheit was a member or a competitor of that match, being a three-way dance. But I heard you, as I was making my way back to my seat here, ask about the reference to Titletown, Green Bay.
Got sonic ears, Aaron.
But the history of that term is a nickname that the city probably gave itself after the Green Bay Packers won so many NFL championships and Super Bowls in the 60s. So it's just a moniker that has stuck with that particular city since the heyday of Vince Lombardi.
A lot of stuff happened in the 60s, but we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about 2019. Tommy Forte, Jimmy Fahrenheit. The crowd is split from the get-go.
I would say it would be hard for the average fan to make a choice, these two being two of the most popular competitors that we've seen in recent memory.
Well, this shouldn't be too tough then because we don't have average fans. We've got above average fans.
Defined by their presence here in the PWA arena on this night, and they're seeing one heck of a main event.
Arm drag both men to their feet. You know, I'll tell you, I'm closing in on 20 years, Aaron. I don't know if I've mentioned that before. And the PWA fans are some of the most loyal, most rabid fans I've been around in my almost 20 years. And I'm excited to be here at the PWA Arena. I'm excited to be here with you. I'm excited for this championship match.
Well, it's definitely going to be something for all of us to behold. And we saw Bjorn become the #1 contender to that U.S. championship earlier in the night. So he definitely is wanting to see who emerges from this one. I don't know if he's got one or the other that he would prefer to wrestle. Don't really have too many conversations with somebody like Bjorn.
I don't think Bjorn cares. Mahi straw cradle rolls him up, got to the ropes. I don't think Bjorn cares one way or the other. I think he just wants to get in the ring. He wants to hurt somebody, and if he can come out with the winner's share of the purse, that's excellent. And if not, he just likes to hurt people. I've seen it.
Indeed he does, but these two men are putting on a clinic of professional wrestling at the moment. Pinpoint accuracy on that drop kick.
You ain't kidding. Jimmy Fahrenheit throws one of the meanest drop kicks in all the PWA. Now, here's one of the things you got to take into consideration. Not only do they have to go into this match knowing they've got to right in the mush. That'll change everything. Not only do they have to sit here and try to conserve their energy and make sure that they're able to come out on top here, but they also have to be very wary. Inverted atomic drop, that'll give you a negative attitude. They have to be very wary because whatever happens to them in this match, it's going to have a direct impact on whoever comes out on top to face Bjorn.
Absolutely, something like that. Impact the shoulder to the corner post there could have lingering effects. Big monkey flip, seeing some trademark offense out of Jimmy Fahrenheit. Looks like the time off didn't lead to any ring rust, and I'm sure that all the various bumps and bruises that he'd accumulated have at least healed somewhat.
You know, taking 2 months off, it really does the body good. Oh!
Nothing good can come of that.
Took his head off. That was one of the, that is up there with the Stan Hansen lariat.
No, he definitely laid that one in, speaking of Tommy Forte.
Just twisted at the hip and threw hard. Close your eyes and throw hard.
And that's what you're going to have to survive to compete at this level. The competition for the United States Championship has been intense, to say the least. Big leg drop there.
But the more they take out of each other, again, the easier. I don't even want to say easier, but it's going to make Bjorn's pickings easier in one way, shape, or form, because Bjorn, if you go in there 100% fresh, he is a dangerous man. And if you come out of a match like this where you've been taken to your limit, Bjorn's going to have easy pickings with one of these guys. I hate to say it.
No, he's probably salivating at the possibility of watching these two men beat the crap out of each other.
He's probably salivating because somebody left an open trash can lid. The man's weird.
I will not take any side in that particular discussion. Just wanting to make sure Bjorn doesn't do to me what he's done to some people in the ring. But Tommy Forte with that big Falcon arrow is definitely giving Jimmy Fahrenheit all that he can handle.
Now you got to think on paper, if you're taking this to the bookies, you got to think that Jimmy Fahrenheit would be the odds-on favorite. The only way that you could not give him the nod on this one is the fact that he has been off for 2 months, and it could lead to ring rust. It's not taking anything away from Tommy Forte. Tommy Forte is a tremendous competitor, but Jimmy Fahrenheit, former heavyweight champion, former tag team champion, he's got the strength, experience,
and the athleticism, as you see there, connects with the drop kick. Will thwart the attempt at the superplex, but both men still down.
But Tommy Forte's been proving us wrong since day one. He wasn't even supposed to become the PWA United States champion. He wasn't supposed to win the title, and ever since he's won that championship, he's been proving people wrong.
Absolutely, he's been on a winning streak, the likes of which that we have rarely seen in the PWA, and has done nothing but win since becoming the U.S. champion. See if Jimmy Fahrenheit puts a stop to Tommy Forte in that regard here tonight.
Takes a boot right in his gut, picks him up.
Big over-the-shoulder power slam.
Jimmy's going up top. He likes to fly off the top rope with that big splash.
In perfect position. Oh, but no water in the pool.
Tommy moved out of the way.
Well, I think Jimmy might have taken a little bit too long getting his balance up there.
This is Tommy's opportunity if he can capitalize.
Yeah, nonetheless, this could be the turning point in this match.
Jimmy Fahrenheit, worse for wear.
Looking for that Tommy knocker. Finds the back door, does Fahrenheit. Clothesline. Both men go out the hard way.
Over the top on the floor. Now they got to be careful. The referee's starting his count.
Absolutely, and you got to wonder. Both men crashing down to that concrete floor. If one or both of them will be able to make it back to their feet in time to answer the 10 count.
Where are we at? What count are we on?
Can't hear over the...
This crowd is just so loud. Jimmy Fahrenheit makes him back in. Can Tommy Forte... Oh, what the...
From behind, Bjorn.
Bjorn decided that he's gonna come and just grab a hold of both of these men. He doesn't care who. I told you he doesn't care who wins.
Well, it appears the referee's thrown this match out.
Tries to hit their heads together. Block. Punch to the belly. I don't know if that has any effect on Bjorn. Double super kick. No, he drops down out of the ring.
They went from opponents to partners that quickly.
Bjorn has just screwed up the entire match.
Due to interference, the match has been ruled a no contest. Therefore, still PWA United States Champion, Tommy Forte.
Aaron Hurt, that is an absolute travesty of justice. You've got Tommy Forte, Jimmy Fahrenheit having a technical mat classic. and Bjorn comes out and just spoils it for everyone.
Yeah, definitely disappointed at the way things end here, and that is, in fact, all the time that we have. We'll have to try to give you some answers to this on our next edition, fans, because we're going to have to wrap things up from the PWA Arena for this week with Tommy Forte still U.S. champion.
Fans, this would be the point that would be thanking you for watching and wrapping up the program, but right after we concluded the taping of this episode, Nick Stevens insisted that I be present for the incident that you are about to see, so I'm just going to let this footage speak for itself, and we'll see you next time on the PWA.
Hello, PWA fans. Aaron Hurt here with our cameras. Of course, you see General Manager Nick Stevens asked for this time to address a very intense, serious situation here in the PWA.
Absolutely. Aaron, thank you so much for joining me. Brian, can you go ahead and come in? Brian Blade recently asked me for his job back. And Brian, I want to let you know I've taken a lot of thought into this, and I'd like to offer you a position back with the PWA.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Nick, you won't be sorry. I'll make up for everything in the past. You won't be sorry for this.
Well, there you go, fans. Happy ending. Brian Blade reinstated to the active roster here in the PWA.
Whoa, wait a minute, Aaron. I did not say he was coming back to perform. Brian, I'm a busy man running the PWA. Sometimes the trash cans get full, the toilets need scrubbed, you know, janitorial type work.
Nick, I've been a wrestler for 25 years. That's what I do. I wrestle. I'm not interested in that kind of work.
I have to say that I would agree. It doesn't quite seem appropriate for a man with his experience.
Maybe I didn't hear you right. I am offering you a job which you came to me asking about because you were giving me this story that, oh, I can't provide for my wife, my kids are at home, my grandkids are at home. I'm sorry, Brian Blade. I am not the failure in this situation. That is you. Don't come to me asking for a job and then saying you're too good for a job. And don't you, Aaron Hurt, who I am your boss, come and say, oh, Brian Blade's 20 years. It doesn't matter. He came to me asking for a job. I'm sorry, Brian. If you want to be like the rest of the world and look for a handout instead of a hand up, you're in the wrong place. The door is right there, Brian. But if you want a hand up, I'm your guy. This is the job I am offering you.
All right, I'll do it.
I'm sorry, Brian. What was that? I couldn't hear you.
I said I'll take the job.
No, Brian, I don't think you can understand me. I cannot hear you. Say it one more time. This is a microphone. Speak clearly into it. I can't hear you.
I said I'll take the job.
That's what I thought, Brian. You know, I'm really looking forward to this new relationship with the Premier Wrestling Alliance and yourself. And Brian, I like the hat. Reminds me of a chauffeur. Speaking of chauffeurs, I'm going to need a ride home tonight. If you could go warm up the car, that'd be great. Hey, Brian. Car's that way. Thanks for joining me.
All I can do is let that speak for itself, fans.